Welcome, Wildcat fans. I'm Cindy McCarthy, and I'm joined tonight by Cody Ratliff, and we are broadcasting live from Central City. And tonight, the Wildcats are hosting the Midland Eagles in the regular season home finale. Before we get into any more about tonight's game, let's have a shout-out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank.
Heartland Bank is a proud supporter of Central City Wildcat sports. At Heartland Bank, we recognize more than ever the need to support local customers and organizations in our communities. As your community bank, we're here for you. Heartland Bank.
All right, so home finale. Wildcats secured.
Regular season.
Yes, regular season. Last week at Lone Tree, Wildcats won and secured the district championship outright, and so we'll be playing postseason. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And so, yes, there will be another home game, but this is the final regular season game. And Wildcats are taking on the Midland Eagles. They're coming in at 3-4 this year. Just real quick, a couple names you're probably going to be hearing tonight. They're led by their quarterback, Anthony Harrington. 44 of 96 for 540 yards, 8 touchdowns, 4 picks. And then he's their leading rusher with 516 yards and 10 touchdowns. Then they've got Dane Ballou, 50 carries, and Seth Bixler, 48 carries, and they've got a little over 300 yards each and 5 and 4 touchdowns. So I don't know if I feel like they're probably a little more of a running team than they are passing, but it looks like they do like to mix it up a little bit. Receiving, they do spread it around a little. We've got Matt Sawyer with 16 catches for 163 yards, and then Seth Bixler again, 11 catches. Then they have Cale Kress, who only has 11 catches, but he's got 219 yards, 4 touchdowns. So he's obviously made kind of maybe their big play guy. So a name to kind of watch there. And then Dane Ballou, actually, and this Ballou kid, I believe, is a freshman.
Well, that's what I was kind of looking at earlier.
52 tackles, and he's their second leading rusher, and how big? And I didn't even look. Yeah, Dane Ballou, I'm pretty sure I saw that he was a freshman.
Yep, he's a freshman.
And then Keegan Rush, and they're a sophomore.
Yeah, quarterback's leading rusher and passer is only a sophomore. Yeah. And looking at their receivers, their leading receivers a senior, but everybody else is underclassmen too.
And then Keegan Rushford, 46 tackles. So they got 2 main guys there that on defense. Then if you want to, same suspects for the Wildcats. We've got Jaden Hanson, obviously, at quarterback. He's our leading passer, 20 for 32 for 477 yards, 9 touchdowns, no interceptions. We've got Aiden Klosterman, 52 carries on the season, 509 yards, 9 touchdowns. And then Jaden Hanson, as far as the number of carries, he's our second leading carrier with 38 carries. He's got 324 yards, 3 touchdowns. But Matt Klosterman is right behind him with 36 carries, but he's got 490 yards, 8 touchdowns. He's averaging 12 yards per carry, and Aiden is just like at 9.8. So
yeah, talking field conditions here with Low Life in the chat. That's a great weather for the Wildcats to take advantage. If you remember, the last time we played Midland in a rainy game was a district championship game 5 years ago, and they really.
I hope our run through the ribbon goes better than Lone Tree's. Christopher Greif says he's going to take it.
Yep.
And he did it, and no cheerleaders got hurt.
Yep. So we made it through our ribbon cutting
oh my God,
with nobody getting
funny.
hurt. Anyways, as I was saying, the field conditions for a team that's, we just said we got 3 guys that are dang near 500 yards.
Yep.
This is a good running conditions for the Wildcats. Sometimes you worry about things like this. We're out of shotgun a lot. Do you worry about fumbled snaps you can fumble a snap out of the shotgun just like you can under center, and we've worked on those kinds of things enough that it shouldn't be an issue for us. And when you can't pass, you hope to have a good running game, and we've got a great running game. So
and the one thing that
should be good for us tonight.
That we don't. I think when it's a rain game like this, I think a lot of times having a running game is a little more
valuable.
Valuable, because Yeah, people could say, well, the defense, they don't know when the receivers are going to cut and stuff, and they could slip. Well, the thing is, the receivers, when it's like this, are going to be slipping and sliding out there too. So just having that ground game. And the nice thing is we have Aiden, we've talked about, he's kind of like a little bit of a pounder. He can go 3-4 yards, then he'll bust one, and then, then you've got Matt really coming on these last few games. He can pound, but he's quick and gets through the holes, and he's had some long runs. And then, throw in Jaden, who likes to go back to pass, but he can also run. So I feel good. Obviously, they do have a couple. Their quarterback. He looks like he can throw or run. So we'll have to. I'm sure they've talked about that. But the other thing I want to say is Nolan Gates. We talked about him last week's having a really good season. And he's leading the Wildcats in tackles with 36. Max Arthur's right behind him with 28, and then Christopher Greif has got 26. So those are some of the defensive stats for the Wildcats. As you probably know, it's raining. Right now there is a light rain out there. It's not heavy, but it's definitely raining, and it's, I'd say, heavier than a mist. The fans are working their way in here, getting themselves out of the cars. They've probably been waiting. We've got about 2 minutes here before the kickoff here.
We do get a 13-mile-an-hour wind to go along, so if it's not hard enough to throw in the rain, it's hard to throw in that.
Throwing a little bit of rain.
At one point, it's straight out of the east, so there's going to be somebody going into the wind all night long.
I guess I wasn't even paying attention while we were talking. The one positive thing, you were talking about the field conditions. Realistically, the field's in pretty good shape. I can remember years where, like there was literally no grass out there.
Missing grass.
At the spots.
Well, it's the first time it's rained in 18 months.
But no, I'm just saying,
Right.
We've had those games where it just gets tore up. I don't feel like our field's gotten tore up as much this year, so credit our grounds crew, I guess, huh?
No, I think credit our irrigation system and no rain on Friday nights.
Yep. So the Wildcats are going to kick off here, and obviously Jaden Hansen is going to do the kicking. Kicking could be a little exciting here.
Could be an interesting.
On these kickoffs, we'll see what Jaden decides to do. It looks, and I can't get the numbers on who's deep, but we're off here in number 1.
And it's going
to be a touchback. It went down the sideline there. Seth Bixler, the senior, was one of the deep guys there for Midland, and he wasn't able to get it. And so the Midland Eagles will take over on their first possession, first down on their own 15-yard line.
So it is senior night, and looks like big nose guard senior Caleb Ofer is going to be getting one of his first varsity starts.
Yep.
We'll see what happens as he lines up over center.
Good for Caleb this first year out for football.
Man, he gets a nice push. It's a run right up the middle, and
Whoa,
it's driven
and
over backwards. Pack of cats, I don't know.
Christopher Greif comes up off the bottom of that pile. I was watching Caleb hold up the line there, and then Christopher comes out of nowhere. So no gain on the play. Second down and 10. We've got, let's see who's in the backfield for these guys.
It's hard to tell the numbers. It's not dark enough to see the.
Looks like.
It's going to be another handoff up the middle, and it's blown up by.
There's nothing there. Number 17.
67. Was that Davis?
What was
Dayton Price. Sorry.
Anthony Harrington is number 2, and I don't even see him out there.
I don't see him out there, no.
So I did hear they were talking before the game that Midland has had some injuries. So it looks like their leading rusher and passer is out, and it looks like I think that's Dane Ballou. Is it 7
or
it's 17?
Cale Kress. I don't know.
I can't tell. They're in the I formation, and they're going to pitch it. And Mackay and
Dayton.
That was Dayton Price were right there to meet the runner. Was that Seth Bixler, I think? It's
So,
hard to see their numbers. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, on 3 carries,
Yeah,
it's a
they've
loss
lost
of 3,
of
so
3,
they
so-
haven't gotten out of the backfield yet, trying to run the ball, not trying to pass.
Yep.
This is kind of what you think
Yep.
could happen in a rain game.
So it looks like Owen Sturk, number 10, or I'm sorry, Wyatt Christensen, is going back to punt.
Aiden Klosterman's back. He's not back very far, only about 20 yards. And he's where he needs to
Perfect.
be because it's going to bounce 5
That
yards in front of
almost
him.
hit number 40 in the butt.
Yeah. So that was a
I-
net punt of about 16 yards.
All right.
So good opening
DI. Well, you know, this is
defensive stand there by the Cats.
this is the kind of game I was talking to somebody actually today. I said the only scary thing about rain games is it does sometimes level the playing field a little bit,
Yeah,
you know.
a little bit, but only
just with-
if you're a passing team.
Yeah.
But if you're bigger, stronger, faster, and you
Yeah,
run the
we
ball,
should be.
this
But,
should just make the gap
yeah.
even bigger for the Cats. And
So
it
there's
looks like a direct snap to Matt Klosterman. Nice defensive
Yep.
play there as they meet him at the line of scrimmage.
there's Dane Ballou, the freshman, number 17.
Yeah, 17 and.
And 68 was Keegan Rushford. Those are their 2 leading tacklers. And
So Matt gets a gain of about 1 there.
we're gonna-
Jaden Hansen's calling the play here. Looks like a little different formation. He's got Aiden Klosterman in the back with him, and Aiden's going to take the direct snap, and they're going to run a power run right up the middle, and
Ooh,
Aiden's going to
Aiden.
pick up
one
a
more tackle, and
first down. Yeah, he was
he was close.
just 1 arm away from a touchdown.
Yep. That would have
But-
been close, but he did pick up a first down.
Yeah,
So
Cats get it down to the
Yep.
19-yard line here.
1st and 10. We're in the first quarter. There's 9:20 left. Wildcats held the Eagles on their first possession, in the Eagles' first possession.
Well, empty backfield here for the Cats. Jaden Hansen in the gun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 on the left. He's going to look to the right. He's got Aiden Klosterman.
Oh,
just
overthrew
overthrows him in the back of the
Dang,
end zone.
He was way open.
Yep, I thought that was going to be.
And you know, to be honest, Jayden usually doesn't overthrow often.
No, that
You
not,
know?
I think he just saw
Yeah.
and got a little excited, and it's only a 15 yards to the end zone, and I think he just kind of let one rip on the first pass of the day.
Well, is he
Looking for
throwing?
his
He's
favorite
got the
target,
wind
though.
at his back too right now. That's the other thing. So he has to be aware of that.
Well, that could be if he just tried to float it out
Yeah,
there, could have
just
blown it out of there.
yep,
Then.
yep.
He's going to take the direct snap and run it this time. Jaden gets a block there, picks up, maybe 5 yards on the carry, 6.
Oh, and number 17, man,
Yep.
Dane Ballou. He's going to be a player. He's a
Yeah, that's good.
freshman.
He might be a good one down the road.
Yep.
He's in on every play.
So
He's
at
sticking
third,
his nose in there.
Wildcats are going to have third and probably about 5 here.
So
We're inside just about the 13.
Aiden's going to take a direct snap on the left
oh,
side.
Go.
And he's
There you
bottled
go.
up, but he
Nice
gets
block.
through, and he's going to be down at
Nope.
about the 2-yard
2-yard
line.
line. Wow, number 17 came flying around and
Yeah.
almost had him from the back, and Aiden did a great job. And I didn't catch who blocked for him out there. There was
It was
he had a great block, and he did a good job of reading the block, and he got just outside. And
I think Hansen was out there.
yeah.
He was his lead blocker on that
Yeah.
play. Mackay was the one that sealed the edge.
so we've got first and goal from the 3. Looks
Yeah,
like
I can't hardly
maybe
can't even see the
a
lines.
2-yard line, maybe. First and goal. Actually, the
So
scoreboard says 1.
We're going under center. It's probably a QB sneak, and there it is. Jaden Hansen's going to get it, and with the second
Yep.
effort, he's in there. So that's a touchdown, Wildcats on senior night.
And Jaden, a senior.
Braxton Davis leading the way there. So look for the 2-point conversion play. Looks like Aiden Klosterman's going to be in the backfield. Josh Lindsay's running in there. So maybe. Yeah, there's no field goal kicking
Nope.
tee.
Nope.
So he's got Josh Lindsay spread out left. Matt Klosterman at a wing left. And Aiden's going to get a direct snap, and it looks
He's
like
gonna
clear
take it in.
sails
Yep.
all the way in for a 2-point conversion. Nice. I mean, I didn't watch the blocking, but there was no
No.
defensive
Yeah, there was
players
nobody over there.
anywhere near that corner. So line got the job done there. So quickly here, Wildcats up 8-0.
Gotta like that.
Yep, defense did a nice job to start the game. Had the force the punt on 3 and out, and the punt only went about 15 yards. And now we're going to see our second kickoff of the day.
Yep.
Unleash the power of more with More For You checking from Heartland Bank. You'll get 24-hour roadside assistance, cell phone insurance, access to thousands of coupons, deals, and more for free at Heartland Bank.
Yep. Looks like we've got Seth Bixler, number 1, and I'm not sure what the other number is down there as far as the Eagles on the kick return, and obviously, or the kickoff back deep. And then we've got, obviously, Jaden Hansen doing the kicking for the Wildcats.
News crew just showed up.
I see that.
His umbrella's blown away. Not hard to tell which way the wind's blowing.
Yep. There's another good kick.
Nice
Jaden's
kick.
got the wind at his back right now.
That was a no-doubter through the back of the end zone.
So Midland will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line again.
Be interesting if they try a play-action pass, or, you know, that quarterback that's not playing, Harrington, he's got a decent touchdown to interception ratio. I don't know what the backup's got, as there was no other passing stats, so we'll see if they try to run it again or what's going to happen. They got a little different formation here and out of the gun. And it's going to be a quarterback draw, and he is going to get brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe, well, it looks like they're going to spot him with a 2-yard gain. That's
Yeah, so they have Dane Ballou. Guys, he's going to get tired out. They have him as the quarterback, and he's leading them on defense. He is, though, we did say he is their second leading rusher, so he's going to get a workout tonight.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of guys on the sideline, that's for sure.
And so they're going to go in the shotgun. They got triple receivers to the left. And he's just, well,
boy.
I don't know what he was going to do.
Well, it was
They just spun around. It's like,
it was a quarterback
and
sweep
actually that
to the
yeah,
trips.
that's Blue. Yeah, I think it almost looked like he was going to run. Then it was like, well, wait a minute, maybe I'll throw. And then it was like,
they forgot to they forgot to block our D end. And when he caught the ball and looked towards the way he was supposed to go, he had a big D end in his face. So
yep. So they're 3rd down and 9 from their own 16. And this time they've got tight twin receivers to the right. And they're looking to throw the ball. Baloo's looking. There's nothing there. And
Favre
Weber, Nolan Gates, and Mackay are there for the sack.
That was a big loss.
Yeah.
Loss of about 6 there, so that's going to bring up 4th and 15.
They're going to mark it at, looks like they're marking it at the 10-yard line. So
yeah, we'll punt from your own end zone.
yeah,
we'll see
this is
what happens.
about the same area that they did it before. Wyatt Christensen, a sophomore, is going to do the punting here. And Aiden Klosterman's back again at his 35-yard line. And he gets the punt off, and it shanks and goes out of bounds. Did it even make it over the 20-yard line?
No way. Where's this official going?
I was going to say, yeah. Yeah, that's about, nope. No, he's,
right there.
geez, I thought it was going to be about the 20.
7-yard punt.
I thought it was the 20-yard line, or it looked like it went out,
where are we at?
yeah.
We're going to take over inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, at about the 17. And they kicked it from the 10, so 7-yard punt there.
Well,
Caleb Ofer was in, but now he's coming out.
Yeah,
That's good for him.
Well, we just definitely broke the huddle with too many guys there, but no penalties called. Empty backfield here. We're going to run a little jet motion. Hansen's going to throw to Mackay Benton, and he's going to have a touchdown on senior night.
That was from the 17-yard line?
Yep, Mackay Benton. I think he came from his tight end position. I don't think he was one of the guys
wide open.
Spread out, and they went with the wide outs and left the tight end wide open. Nice little man-to-man play there. It's going to create a matchup with Mackay and a linebacker every time, and the linebacker forgot to lineback. And touchdown. This is going to be a Chris Greif up the middle, 2-point conversion. You can just tell by the ways.
Nope.
Oh, nope.
Matt Klosterman
gets it.
2-point conversion.
And he's in there standing up. So 16-0 Wildcats.
The worst field position we've had is, I think, at our own 22, something like that. What was
their 22?
Oh, yeah, they're 22, yeah.
No, we have not.
Yeah. Everything's happened right down in their territory.
2 punts and 4 possessions, and it hasn't seen midfield yet. So except for the kickoffs, which Jaden Hansen.
Look, they're ready. They don't even go over to the sidelines for the kickoff. They're out there, and the Wildcats are like, all right. So I think it's Seth Bixler and maybe Kale Kress back there. I can't tell. And Jaden doing the kickoffs again.
Yep.
So we're at 5:56 in the first quarter, 16-0 Wildcats. Again, this is senior night, and they'll be recognizing the senior football players, cheerleader, band. I don't know if there's any band seniors. We couldn't. Is there?
Fleming.
Oh, that's right. She's band man. Oh, and it just goes in. That one could have. That one, when it bounced, could have went out of bounds, or it could have bounced into the end zone, and luckily it bounced into the end zone for another touchback. Midland again, 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line.
Well, I've got 2 possessions and negative 2
yards.
Yeah,
I was going to say, they haven't even gained any yardage yet.
Sometimes it's tough playing with the underclassmen, and it's really tough playing a top 10 team in the rain with underclassmen.
So Ballew's going to go under center. He's got, whoa, that looked
fumble.
Like a fumble. That looked like
tell if he
motion or whatever happened.
Possession or not.
It looks like
he still got it.
Yep. So I think there was a miscommunication on the snap. I think the snap was late because everybody else was moving. And so there's a loss on that play.
All right, 2nd and 11 coming up for the Eagles. They're going to have twin receivers left, 2 guys in the backfield. Blue's going to take the snap after a long, hard count. He's looking for a short little out route.
They say incomplete.
Yeah, that was juggled by
Sawyer House,
and couldn't quite make it
nope.
Into
so
the completion.
Be 3rd down and I'd say about 12. All right, 3rd and 12 here for the Eagles. And they're calling out a couple plays, I think, in the huddle there. So Blue is going to be in the shotgun. He's got Christensen in the backfield with him and 2 receivers split to the right. And he's looking. They've got a pretty big target there in 82. And, geez, how does Aiden? It went right through Aiden Klosterman's hands. I almost thought 82 was going to catch it.
Yeah.
For God's sakes.
Definitely tell it's raining.
Matt Sawyer is a senior. He's probably about 6'4". Yeah, that ball went right through.
Aiden's out playing center field. And
he had a beat on it.
Yeah, he read it from the get-go. Favre Weber had nice pressure there. I thought he was going to get maybe a strip sack, but Blue was able to get rid of it right before the big paws of Weber got there.
Yep. So we've got a punt again. Gets it
off.
off.
A better punt.
And fair catch by Aiden. We're still in Midland territory here.
Looks like about the 40 or 33-yard
yep,
line now.
33-yard line it looks like, where the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10. So Midland's had the ball 3 times, and they've punted 3 times, and they've gained no yardage.
Looks to me like, I'm trying to keep some stats here. It looks like they're at about -4 yards in 3.
And the Wildcats have had 2 possessions, and they've had 2 touchdowns here. So let's see if we can't get another touchdown. Looks like they have Matt in the backfield with Jaden.
Jaden's going to let one roll over to
his brother, Christopher.
Is that Christopher, 32?
Yeah. Yep.
It's going to be caught.
Hansen to Hansen.
Going to have about a 8-yard gain. No, 1st down.
First down.
Oh, yeah, 13-yard gain.
Yeah, 13.
We'll take it.
So it puts the ball at the Wildcat 23-yard line. Yeah, so actually, they just picked up a first down. That was about 10-yard because weren't they at about 30, 33?
I don't know.
Yeah. Again, we try to pretend like we're going to do stats, and then
We just got to say it with confidence.
yeah, we just say with confidence. It was a 10-yard
All right,
pass.
Hanson's going to roll out left. He's got Mackay Benton open, and that's another touchdown for Mackay.
There it is. And that was from the 23-yard line, so we're going to say a 23.
I'm going to say 24 just to mess you up. But definitely a nice pass there to the senior tight end. Corey Boots is listening. Remember Corey Boots playing days? Doesn't seem like that long ago, but.
Nope.
All right, we're going to try an extra point.
This time we are going to do an extra point. So Jaden's grabbing the tee. We got Aiden wiping his hands off, trying to get his hands dry.
It kind of looks like it might have quit raining.
It's hard to tell. It might have. And we'll see here on this. This is good practice, though, to try.
Man,
bad snap. Whoa. Pick it up.
No,
As
they
a dead ball.
can't return it. Yeah.
Okay. A little wet.
Yep,
and,
botched snap
yeah.
there and tried.
Probably should give a shout-out to Next Bank while we have a chance here.
Never heard of them. Heartland Bank.
Or Heartland.
I know. So you've been doing this too long, and you get caught up
You do
in
that
there.
for 7 years.
At Heartland Bank, we understand that life is full of changes. We're here to support you at every step of your life's journey with personal and business banking options that fit your lifestyle. Online at hbtbank.com. Go Wildcats. So Hanson's going to tee off his, third?
Yep. Third time.
Fourth.
No, fourth
time.
because we kicked off to start the game. So
Yep.
we've got 4:17 left here in the first quarter. Wildcats up 22-0. This is senior night. Last regular season home game, as we mentioned, the Wildcats won the district title last week and will be hosting next Friday night.
Yep. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., state pairings are supposed to come out.
Oh, there's a fumble on the kickoff. And wow. Sawyer House fumbled it. Then he went to was going to pick it up and run with it, and he looked up and he dropped it again, and that time he fell on it. And he was
Nolan
lucky
Gates
to get that.
was right there. Nolan's probably the fastest guy on the team, and he got all the way down to the 10-yard line and
just pounced on.
Couldn't quite
House
get there quick enough.
So Midland has had their first 3 times have been at the 15-yard line. Now they're at the 10, their own 10. And there's going to be a snap and a reverse there to Seth Bixler and Nolan Gates in on the tackle. That's probably their biggest play of the game so far. Picked up 4 yards, almost 5 on that carry. It'll be second down, and I guess it was a 4 yards. Second down and 6 for the Eagles. And again, they have Ballou, the freshman, filling in for the injured quarterback, and there's a flag on the play. And it's going to be against Midland. It must be a false start, I'm guessing. Yep. It's a procedure penalty, and so that's going to move the ball back to inside of the 10. Puts it back at the 9-yard line. And so that makes it second and 11 here for the Eagles with 3:32 left in the first quarter. So again, Ballou's in the shotgun. There's twin receivers to the right. And Ballou's going to try to run, and there's just no blocking. And he is taken down. And probably loses a yard on the play. Be 3rd and 12 for the Eagles. They're coming up to the line. Again, twin receivers to the right in the shotgun with the back in for maybe a little protection there. Fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw the ball. Mackay's chasing him. And now Ballou's going to tuck and run. And Matt Klosterman does a great job of getting off of his block and bringing down Ballou. Picks up some positive yardage there, but it's still going to be 4th down and probably 6. Ball's going to be on the Eagle 14-yard line. And it looks like Wyatt Christensen, the sophomore's in to punt again for the Eagles. And Aiden Klosterman's back at about their 35-yard line, and there's a nice little punt there. Aiden's going to let it drop, and he thought about picking it up, but Jordan Buford made it down there and was ready to tackle Aiden. So the Wildcats will take over 1st and 10. And they will have it at the Eagle 34-yard line. We're 1:43 here to go in the first quarter. Wildcats up 22-0. Got Josh Lindsay splitting out to the right. Jaden and Aiden are in the backfield. Snaps to Aiden. Aiden's picking and his way through. There's a face mask, and Aiden's still going. And in from behind, Wyatt Paulson comes in for the tackle, but there's three flags. I'm pretty sure it's face mask, but I'm not going to say that there might not be a holding in there as well. But personal foul, face mask against the Eagles. I mean, he ripped Aiden's head back, and so Aiden had the first down anyway, and now they're just going to add to it. It's going to put the ball at the 9-yard line. Wildcats will have it 1st and goal from the 9 after that personal foul. Then we've got Jaden in the backfield with Aiden.
It's going to be a
fake, and Jaden's going to take it himself for a 9-yard touchdown run. Jaden Hansen.
Another senior scoring on senior night.
Ratliff was having so much fun, he's got a bloody nose.
Yeah, I don't know, jumping around. I thought, you know. Well, so I can't see the scoreboard. If we get this, we got a running clock.
No, 28.
Oh.
So Jaden's going to try the extra point again. Let's see, better snap at Aiden, just dropped it again. I don't know, they're having a tough time, and then he pitched it back to Jaden, and Jaden tries to hit Mackay or Christopher, one of the two, and neither one were able to make the catch, so no extra point there. So that's got to be a little. Last week we had probably one bad one and then probably about 5 or 6 pretty good ones. I know the ball's slick, but all right, that 1:19 left here in the first quarter, and we got 28-0 Wildcats. Wildcats have scored every time they've had the ball. Midland's had a punt every time they've had the ball, and I don't think Midland's been past the 20-yard line, their own 20-yard line.
Well, I was keeping track, but
I know you missed they did gain a little yardage after a penalty though, so they ended up having to punt.
some comedians out there.
I was going to take a picture. the
Hey,
sacrifices,
yeah.
the sacrifices that we make to be able to bring this broadcast to you.
That's right.
So Jaden's kick
Blood,
goes.
sweat, and tears.
That's
Carter.
right, man. The sweating early on.
Yeah.
Blood right now.
A lot of
and
blood right now.
tears after the first game, or you know.
State championship
Yeah,
game.
well, it could
I don't
be
plan on being done for a few more weeks.
Yeah. So that kickoff goes into the end zone, and it's going to be another touchback here for the Eagles, and they're going to have it on their own 15-yard line. We sound like a recording right now. And then they're gonna go in the gun with, again, Blue, 2 backs in the backfield with him. And Blue keeps it, and he squirts forward there, brought down by Max Arthur.
That's going to gain him about 4 or 5.
I was
maybe 3.
It always looks like more because he started in the backfield, but good play by Max. We're under a minute here. I think they're going to have to make one more snap before the end of the first quarter. So again, Blue in the backfield with 2 other backs. Snap to Blue. He hands it off to Christensen, and Christensen gets through, and Christensen's going to score. Not sure how that happened.
Well,
Wildcats do have some backups in. It looks like Lindsay and Kinnick Weiss, Hennick, Dashney was in there. So we did have some backups in there. And he squirted through the line of scrimmage, and it's hard to wrap up sometimes when you're wet, and I don't know, just got through there and raced to the end line there, and Wildcats get on the board right before the end of the first quarter.
The Eagles. Karth, you're
the Wildcats, the Eagles. I don't want to. I'm just used to saying
your
Wildcat.
alma mater too. I know you're trying to forget about it, but
yeah. So direct snap to Blue, and this time Nolan Gates says, "You're not going anywhere. Nobody's getting into the end zone anymore." So Nolan Gates negates the 2-point conversion. So that with 27 seconds left here in the first quarter, it's 28-6 Wildcats.
28-6. Did that get us to quarter?
No.
27. All right. I think we got the blood under control. I'm ready to start calling a game again. I leave for a minute, and you let the whole game go to crap. Maybe it was 10 minutes, but.
Is that about a 60-yard run? 50-something? We'll just say 55-yard. I don't know. It was something, but it was a longer run. Too long. So Christensen's going to kick off here. This is the first kickoff for the Eagles. And, again, we have
Klosterman brothers back deep.
The Klosterman brothers. We'll see what happens here.
See who fights over and gets it.
27 seconds left here in the first quarter.
You know they'd love to just say, "Oh, I got a kickoff return touchdown," but doesn't make it that far. It looks like Chris Hansen gets it, and he puts 2 hands on it, puts the shoulder down, lowers the boom, and he's going to go down about the 34-yard line.
Picked that right up off the line drive there.
Yeah.
And he picks that right up off the ground, and
you could tell there's been a little coaching going on. Remember
that
first game, and he's holding the ball way out here, like
first kickoff goes straight to Christopher, and he's like, got it like loaf of bread.
Yep.
Wildcats have it on their own 33-yard line. First time we've had any action on this end of the field.
Just means more yards coming.
Yep. So direct snap to Aiden. Aiden's getting out wide. He's got a lane.
He's
and
got
Aiden,
the edge and steps out of bounds after a gain of.
They get
they marked him way back there.
Yeah, I think he stepped out, got pushed out at the 40.
So
picked up about 7, maybe 8.
Yep.
It'll be second.
I thought
that
he stepped out after.
He stepped out of bounds. So we're going to have one more play probably here in the first quarter. Say second and long 2. We got Jaden in the backfield, Aiden in motion. Then he's going to reverse pivot, and he's going, and he slips it, and then he's held up, and
we go to Josh Lindsay.
There's like kind of a battle there, and
yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, Josh was battling with Sawyer House, and they didn't make anything, and Josh had a chance to make a catch there. So it's going to be 3rd and 3 here, and Wildcats have it right up midfield. Now I keep saying this is the last play.
Yeah,
well,
I've had 28-6 typed in.
Yeah, so it's
plays.
12.7 seconds left here, and I'm not going to say it's the last play of the game or of the quarter. So we got Jaden in the backfield. We got receiver split to the right. Aiden was in the backfield with him. I didn't even see him. And Aiden squirming
just
and
running through tacklers, and he still can't go down.
And Sawyer.
We got a penalty back here.
Oh, man. So
Great
and
highlight run.
There's still 5 seconds left in the quarter. Holding against the Wildcats, of course. It was right at about midfield at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, that was nice. Aiden had about 14 yards after contact there.
Yeah, you can tell it's a little wet out there. The Aiden was kind of slipping through the Eagles' arms as well, so the tackling is going to really be important here. So now they're going to mark it back.
Third and long now. It should be third and 13. That flag was right at the line, which I'm assuming it was. Yep. So probably another passing scenario here as we see Chris Hansen come back in, and we haven't seen him in a running formation in a game that isn't out of control yet.
Right.
So
empty backfield.
Yep, empty backfield. We got twins to each side.
And that's the end of the first
there's
quarter.
The end of the quarter.
Finally, end of the first quarter.
All right, 28-6. Decent first quarter. You don't want to give up that touchdown, but you know nothing's really hurt. You're just slowing down the continuous clock. So we'll see Wildcats here on senior night. There's the news guy. He must have went and got out of the rain. Now he's back out there. Heartland Bank is your community bank, where we were founded in a small community like Central City and stay true to our roots in every community we serve. Good luck, Central City Wildcats.
While we have this little break, we can just talk a little bit about what else is going on. The girls volleyball team hosted the one of the 3 sites. I believe there was 3 sites. There might have been 4. I don't
think it's
remember.
4
sites. Tri-Rivers Conference has a tournament, and Wildcats hosted Alburnett, Starmont, and Mac Valley last night. And so it's a round-robin tournament, and then I think the top 2 teams move on, and then they'll play on Saturday. And the Wildcats went through each of their games 2-0 and took care of business, just what you want to do. They were the highest rated seed, so they took care of those 3, and we'll be playing tomorrow morning at North Cedar. And
10 a.m., I think.
Yeah, and I can't remember who. They might be playing North Cedar, actually.
Cedar, yep.
Yeah. So there's a snap.
This is going to be a good run here. Jaden Hansen's got the ball on the counter, and he's going to pick up the first down. So gain of, we'll give him 17 for the senior.
Yep, Sawyer House.
Brought down by the face mask, but no call there.
Sawyer House and Matt Sawyer and Sawyer House.
I know, I was messing that up earlier.
First down there. That was a big run there after the holding penalty. So Wildcats have the ball 1st and 10 on the Eagle 39-yard line.
I think they have some sours on their team, too.
Yeah, it was sours. It's probably sour, but I didn't know if you need. Oh, nice pass to Aiden Klosterman.
He's got a first down.
And then from behind is this. I think it's Sawyer, though, how they sour. We'll say sour. Matt Sauer, number 82, in on the stop.
He's probably your third cousin, so you can call him whatever you want.
We don't have any relatives living in Wyoming. All right, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats on that pass completion from Hansen to Aiden.
Looks like we could have another passing formation here.
Got Lindsay split to the left.
Mackay out wide right. Aiden in the slot. Matt Klosterman in the backfield. They fake the handoff to Matt. Jaden's going to drop back and let one fly to Josh Lindsay. He has to come back, and
And that one was underthrown, and we did you mentioned the wind at the very beginning, and we have switched sides. And that one pass that we said he overthrew him, and that's unusual. Well, he overthrew him because he had the wind at his back, and you said it's a 14-mile-an-hour wind.
Because that one, he had Josh.
And he had Josh
5 yards past his guy, and it ended up getting underthrown, and that's only a 20, 30-yard throw, so it's not a
and
not
it kind of died.
Not
so
a throw Jaden
usually
underthrows.
Right. So wind definitely a factor on that passing game on those longer passes. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats.
And it's going to be a direct snap to Matt Klosterman. He's got a nice run here, and he's going to be in for a Wildcat touchdown. Nobody touches him. Matt Klosterman. That's going to bring him real close to. It's going to bring him real close to his brother's rushing season.
Yeah. What was that? It was on the 30.
23, I think.
23-yard line.
All right, what are we doing here? Wouldn't think we're kicking another extra point, are we? Yeah, looks like we're going to try.
We're going to get it. Third time's a charm.
It's the only snap we've really messed up so far. 34-6.
And it's a different long snapper, so.
And
there's a penalty, and it's good.
The kick is.
But there's a penalty on somebody either lined up off sides, my guess is.
Or we weren't set.
Or motion. I mean, it was like.
It appears to be on us.
It's procedure play there. Penalty, I should say. So maybe you're right. Maybe somebody didn't get set. It looked like. But we should mention, doesn't Hudson. Did you say Hudson?
Well, Hudson's usually the long snapper, but it looks like Nolan Gates is out there. So I don't know if something happened to Hudson.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if Hudson was out there earlier and maybe he was struggling a little bit or something. I don't know. I mean, just, giving him, since he's just running out there and doing, one snap every so often, maybe they decided
to stay warm.
And with the ball the way it is and stuff. So it looks like Nolan's doing the snapping duties. He does the snapping. There's a bad.
And that one's no good after the penalty. The first one would have been good, but
Aiden's just having a hard time handling the snaps. I didn't think that was that bad, but if I guess with the ball in your hands being wet, it's probably in cold or
I mean, we're having no problem moving the ball. We're leaving 6 points on the board by these 2-point conversions. Well, a little over a minute into the second quarter, Wildcats up 34-6. So would have been 1 point short if we'd have just went for 2 on all of those from that 35-point running clock.
But it's fair.
I mean, I don't mind trying stuff before the postseason, but
and you never know. I mean, we haven't had any rain, but now every Friday night it'll rain for the rest of the playoffs. I mean,
I think we were like 7 for 7 on the year on them. So
on what, extra points?
Yeah.
Well, we missed that one yesterday or last Friday. Remember the very first one got blocked or something on that extra point?
I don't know.
And we missed it. All right, so we've got Jaden kicking off again here. He's kicking into the wind.
Yeah.
And that one dies, and it's going to.
It stays right on the sideline.
Number 1 picks it up. He was hoping, Seth Bixler was hoping that it was going to go out of bounds, and it didn't.
Well, you could try that 100 times.
And he'd never get that.
They do. Are they going to call? They got a penalty, right?
Well, why didn't he blow it dead right then and there? That's silly.
Yeah.
Why would you let him
get smoked if it was out of bounds? It should have been.
Now they're calling something against Midland. What's that motion to the shoulders? Or are they saying it was out of bounds and he picked it up and ran? But then why wasn't there a whistle?
Oh,
he went out of bounds and then came.
I bet they're saying he stepped out of bounds
and then picked it up.
Did he went out of bounds and then came back in?
But what would he be doing out of bounds?
I don't know.
Did he fair catch it? Then?
I mean, he must have been a.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know. I've never seen it, so.
Yeah. Well,
Whatever.
the other coaches aren't saying too much about it.
They're going to take over at their own 4-yard line.
Yep. And we've got.
Boy, kids are smelling blood in the water. They want a safety.
Oh, there he comes from behind, getting there, ripping at the ball.
Boy, that's good for
that
progress. I didn't think that was nearly
Max
that
Arthur and Aiden Klosterman wrapping up Dane Ballou, the freshman who's been pushed into quarterback duties.
Yeah, he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but boy.
And the line of scrimmage is the 4.
Did not think he got that close.
No, it looked like he was about at the 2.
Yeah, they made contact at the 2, and he might have fallen forward, but he's not 6'6".
So they've got Ballou in the back and with 2 other runners in the backfield with him. No receivers. And Ballou's just running off of people. And there's Mackay Benton
Gets
on the stop.
Little breathing room there. Picked up about 6.
Well, the one thing is that we need to make sure we're holding our edges and stuff because it's kind of what he bumped right into the middle, and we were all like sucked in. And luckily, we had somebody who stayed out there, and he could have busted that one. So it's going to be 3rd down and probably 5, 3rd and 5 from the 10, 3rd and 4. And again, same thing, and they hand it off this time to Sawyer. Or Wyatt Christensen, I take that back. Wyatt Christensen, and the Wildcats are right there. He picked up 3, needed 4, so it's going to bring 4th down and a yard.
Would you try to just sneak it here?
You know, they got a couple decent guys size-wise on the line, you know. And it looks like they're going to punt, but potentially anyway. Wyatt Christensen is back in the punt, but he did run.
Got the wind at his back.
He's got the wind, and he goes straight up. And it's going to take an eagle bounce. We've seen some crazy things with the ball tonight bouncing.
Yeah.
That ball bounces all the way back to the 30-yard line of the Wildcats where they'll have it 1st and 10. It hit at just about the 39-yard line. Aiden watched it. They were just standing there, went straight up. They do have the wind at their back, so obviously it is blowing out there.
He kicked it a mile high.
And the wind took it, and it had a nice eagle bounce, but that's fine.
More yards.
8:33 left here in the second quarter. It's 34-6. Wildcats up. As we mentioned, Wildcats will take over 1st and 10. Looks like they mark it at the Wildcat 24-yard line.
All right, we're going to split out 3 receivers out wide. Mackay Benton, Aiden Klosterman, and I think that's Chris Hansen on this side. Jaden's going to take snaps. It's a design QB run. He's got some blockers out in front. He's got 10 yards. He's got 15 and pushed out
Another
of bounds.
face mask, it looked like. Yep.
Oh, God.
And
Did
they
they
got
get no flags, though?
Nope. Sawyer House and Seth Bixler in on the stop. Sure did look like a face mask to me. Jaden's head got turned a little bit there.
20-yard gain for the senior.
Gets into Midland Eagles territory at 35-yard line. Wildcats 1st and 10.
Nice little quarterback ISO run there. What we got going here? Same formation, or a little different. We got twins this side this time.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Klosterman in the wing back, empty backfield. We're going to run jet motion. He's going to pull and pass to Mackay Benton. He's going to go for his 3rd touchdown.
Nope.
Oh, he fumble it into the end zone?
Nope.
Yes.
He's down.
Oh, phew.
They called him down at the
shoestring.
Oh, yeah, he was down. Yeah, it was pass is complete, to Mackay, and he's brought down at the 2-yard line. He stretched out and tried to reach over, and as he was reaching over, he slammed the ball, and it went out of his hands. And Wildcats will have it here. Nice route there by Mackay, and Mackay's done a good job on the receiving end tonight. Most of the time it's been Aiden Klosterman is the leading receiver, but Mackay's getting some
good touches here.
Yeah, getting the ball thrown his way, and he's doing a good job of catching it in tough conditions.
There goes Aiden Klosterman over the right side. He's got a
And-
touchdown. So another senior scoring
Yep.
on senior night. That was a gain of about 3
Two.
for 2.
Is 2 yard line. So a 2 yard touchdown run. That's how I calculate that.
I would have gave him 3, but whatever.
Even though it's on the 2.
He worked hard for that extra yard. All right, we're done with
We're done messing around with
extra points.
with
We're going for 2. And he's in there.
Aiden. That was
Aiden Klosterman takes it off the left side. And what's that take us to a score?
it is 42-6 with 7:24
Oh.
left in the second quarter.
I'm not a math teacher, but boy, that seems like 35, right?
Is it 35 or 36?
I think it's 35.
Is it? Or is it 38? 36. I always thought it was 36, but is it 35? Could be.
I think it's 35.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll go with you. Maybe somebody out there
I think
knows more
was,
about it than
I think
us.
it was 36 at one time. I think they cut it back to 35. All right. Hanson's going to kick off into this wind. His only time he didn't get a touchback was that weird last kick right here on the sideline. So see if he can do that again.
Oh, yeah, they did let him pick it up and run. Huh, that was weird. So Jaden is kicking into the wind. It is a relatively stiff wind. And he got this one up in the air, and it's going to be a short kick at the 15. And that's going to be
Blue.
Yep, Blue.
He's driven over backwards by
And here
Josh.
comes the rain. I can see the rain starting to fall here a little bit. You can see the wind blowing down there.
Oh, yeah.
So short kick, kicking into the wind. He got that one up there a little bit. And they're going to spot it at the, about 23-yard line there. So this is probably one of the best starting field positions that the Eagles have had tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, they're used to their 15 or inside of their 15. They're going to go with the power pack back there.
It's going to be a play-action pass out
and
to the flats, and it's
he
caught.
caught it. Wow, great catch. I thought that was going over his head. And he's hurt.
There he's down.
And rolled off to the sideline. Great catch. It was overthrown, and I didn't catch his number who caught that, but he did extend out his arm over his, and if he did get driven down, I could see his arm being out there and kind of doing something to his shoulder maybe a little bit. Now, how come we have to have a timeout when somebody's hurt on the sideline? I don't get that.
I don't know.
I mean, he's off the field, for God's sakes. Do we have to have a timeout? That's weird. So we've got an injury timeout. So we were talking about volleyball. So the girls ended up second overall in the West Division. The Tri-Rivers hosted the tournament last night, went 3-0 and moved on. And then tomorrow at North Cedar, they will be at 10 o'clock playing North Cedar. And I believe it's a round robin as well. I believe. I'm not sure. So I'm not going to say too much about that. But they've had a good season. And then actually next Monday they will be at home in the first round of the regional tournament play. And they'll be taking on the Springville Orioles. Yep. So if you want to, actually they'll have if they win, then they'll play at home again. So next week there's 2 more opportunities to see the girls volleyball team play. They've had a good season. And we'd love everybody to come out and watch. But if you can't, I'll hopefully be announcing those games. So Midland's come back out here. They're 2nd and 7. And they snap it to Ballou, and he's going to try to run. He gets bounced outside and fumbled. And they're saying that it's recovered by the Wildcats.
Favre Weber, senior.
Yeah, there's another
I don't know
senior.
that he's going to get a carry for a touchdown, but he just got a fumble recovery. So lots of senior stats going up there on senior night.
That's awesome. So Wildcats recover that, and they're going to spot that at the Eagles
Boy,
Is that 33-yard
I wonder
line?
if
It
he
looks
was
like.
stretching or what.
Yeah, I don't know. He got bounced to the outside.
It seemed like he was down. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
not going to
know.
argue it. The ball went flying, so
He's
we'll take it.
kind of shorter, so it's hard to see, and they were way on the other side. But anyway, Wildcats will take it. And
All right, 3 receivers here. Empty backfield with Jaden Hanson. He's going to slip, but he's going to let one fly to Mackay. Mackay falls down. Well, that's going to fall incomplete. Mackay fell down at the 1-yard line.
the wind kind of held that one up, and Mackay did see it,
He
but
tried to come back for it.
his feet slipped right out from underneath him. Yeah, so
we weren't having really a lot of problems throwing with the wind at our back. We are struggling throwing the ball into the wind.
It's the receivers are having a hard time adjusting. Yeah.
Yep. Clock's down to 5 minutes here, 42-6. So second down. Wildcats got the ball.
Yeah.
32-yard line.
Yep. 32-yard line.
So this goes for a touchdown.
32-yard.
33 yards. Aiden Klosterman's going to take the direct snap. He's going to go off tackle, and he's going to go down after about
forward.
8 yards.
Are they going to give him his slide?
Yeah, I think so.
He dove. And then he slid for about 2. Yeah, they're saying no.
Shoestring tackle.
3rd down and 2 with 4:30 here left in the second quarter.
Yeah, we'll see if we get another senior getting the ball right here is my guess.
Christopher hasn't had many attempts, and he's a senior. This would be a good spot for Christopher. And,
and it goes right off his hands, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield, but he's still going.
He's still going.
He somehow gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th
I'd
down.
go with that play again.
Yeah.
And Christopher is pretty steady-handed, but that was kind of snapped off to the side a little bit. But our guys just are, I think, again, between the rain and their wet hands and just not having the grip that you normally do.
I'm guessing the ball's not in great shape right now either.
So it's
going to go power to this side.
So we got 4th down here and a long 2.
Nope.
And they're lined up in the same formation. This time they're going to give it to Jaden.
Good
block by Christopher.
Yep, Jaden's
going to
get all the way in
touchdown
to the end zone.
So was that a 22 or 23?
That's 24.
Or 20? No,
24.
It was on the 23-yard line.
No, because we had that was 20.
Oh,
he
lost.
Was
yeah, he lost a couple yards there. So
25 yards.
Jaden
Hanson, is that his 2nd or 3rd rushing touchdown? He had the QB sneak, a 9-yarder.
This 3rd.
So his third rushing touchdown and a couple of passing touchdowns. Yep. I don't know what happened here. Is it going to be a false start on the 2-point conversion?
Somebody call a timeout? Actually,
yeah, they're marching back, so it almost had to be a false start. $48-6.
Yep. Jaden's going to go under center, which is kind of unusual.
Oh, look at that hole.
Wow, look at that hole. Jeez, he went under center. You don't usually see that.
He could have.
And Aiden, man, the Red Sea parted, the Black Sea parted there.
Blocking there. Little I formation. We're just going to run an ISO play. And it was wide open.
While we're talking about other things going on, the junior high football team wrapped up their season this past Monday, and they got a big win. First win of the season for the junior high football team. They were small in numbers and small in size, and they battled, and they played this past Monday, and they got their first win. So I've got some 7th graders in my class, so they were pretty pumped up about that. So it was good for them to be able to end on a positive note, get that win. And it looks like, is that Christopher Greif is going to try kicking here? Can't say that I've ever seen Christopher kick off before.
I think he's got one earlier this year.
Oh, does he? I don't remember. and he's a lefty.
Yeah, and he's just going to drive it down the middle of the
good
field.
kick.
Fielded at the 10. And
gonna-
nice little return here. He's going to go up the sideline right back out to the
That was
35-yard
Sawyer
line.
House who has the touchdown.
House brings it out to the 36.
The kickoff team kind of got sucked in there a little bit, and he was able to get it to the outside and had a nice return.
Yeah, that's the problem with those low line drives.
Yeah, it brings everybody in.
Yeah, by the time you get your return or your kickoff guys down the field, they're already.
So Midland's going to have their best field position of the night there at the Wildcat 39-yard line. We've got 2:50 here left to play in the first half, and they're going to go with just 2 backs in the backfield, and out of the shotgun is going to be Ballou. And Ballou's going to get it, and he's crunched down by Colton Welton and Mackay Benton there. Colton came in and got his ankle, and Mackay came in high and took him down, and it looks like there's a loss of a yard. So we've got 2nd down and 11 for the Eagles. It puts it right at midfield.
I think it's safe to say the varsity-bound podcast guys that predicted a Midland upset
don't know what they're talking about.
Maybe should have
maybe
their
they should be,
credentials pulled.
yes, maybe they should be do something else.
Oh, we got
and
a
we're
pass
gonna
coming
throw
in.
here. And I don't know if Dashney got a hand on it, it was intended for Sawyer House. Dashney laid out.
I thought Dashney was going to take that to the house.
He may have tipped it. I think he tipped it enough that it just distracted House enough that the ball dropped incomplete. So that
always like it when they only send one receiver out.
yeah, brings up 3rd down here in 11 for the Eagles. This time they have receiver split to the right, and Sawyer's looking to Ballou look to the right, and there's a pass that's complete, and then Jaden Hansen makes the tackle immediately, and that was Sawyer House.
Gain about 4 or 5 there, probably 5.
Yeah, it was
So 4th and 7.
Yep, 4th and
Looks
7.
like another punt coming. Dashney Munyakazi going to go back and return this one.
I mean, I guess at this point, I don't know. Do you go? This is your best field position you've had. I mean, Dashney's back, and it's a bad snap.
Oh, and it's blocked. Braxton Davis.
But
fumbled.
he can't. But I think they can't pick it up, can they? Can the other team pick it up? I'm not even sure.
So if it didn't get past the line of scrimmage, they can return it.
But then it's going to be Midland's ball.
Then they fumbled it.
But I think Midland.
It's going to depend on if.
No, they're giving it. I'm pretty sure they're giving it to Midland. Then Midland picked up the fumble. Ballou got tackled, and the ball came out. And then I'm pretty sure we had a scrum, and I feel like Midland recovered it, and they're talking. And in the big picture, they're going to pick up a 1st down if this is them. Yep. Midland's ball.
Midland got the punt blocked, picked up the ball, ran it a couple of yards, fumbled it, and then the ball rolled forward, and they happened to jump on it, and little breakdown there for the Wildcats.
I mean,
snoozing.
I think our guys they were going for it. It just bounced right into Ballou's hands.
Yeah.
I don't think that was really a falling asleep play. So they'll have it at their best field position, about the 33-yard line there, 32-yard line, and then Ballou's going to go up the middle, and he's brought down there, and that's going to be the last play of the first half. So all of that
for
nothing.
Well, they ran one play on our side of the half.
Yeah.
So we might have ourselves an extended halftime here for senior night.
It shouldn't be that long, I wouldn't think, hopefully.
Well, I mean, it's only 10 kids, but I'm sure we gave it 5 or so extra minutes. I think they're going to put 20 on.
Nope, they just put 15, but that doesn't mean that they can't change it.
Interesting. Oh.
So we'll look at a scoring recap here. So we're gonna we're at halftime, and as Mr. Ratliff said, we are going to introduce the seniors, and we'll mention them as they get introduced. But while we're waiting for that to get lined up, we'll start with the scoring that we had. And to start it off was Jaden Hansen with a 1-yard touchdown run, and Aiden Klosterman had the 2-point conversion. Then we had a pass completion of 17 yards by Jaden Hansen to Makai Benton. And then Matt Klosterman came in with a 2-point conversion on that touchdown. Then we had another pass, Jaden to Makai again for 23 yards. And we tried an extra point there, and we missed that one, or else there was a bad snap. I didn't write that down. I just put that we missed. Then to finish out the scoring in the first quarter, Jaden Hansen had a 9-yard touchdown run, and again, we missed the extra point. So at the end of the first quarter, it was 28, and then Midland did have a 55-yard run by Christensen, Wyatt Christensen, and so at the end of the first half, it was 28-6. Then second quarter scoring, we had Matt Klosterman with a 23-yard touchdown run, and again, a missed extra point. And then we had Aiden Klosterman coming in here with a 2-yard touchdown run. And Aiden then also had the 2-point conversion after that touchdown. And then Jaden just wrapped up some scoring here, a 24-yard touchdown run. And Aiden again had the 2-point conversion. So that puts us at 50-6 here. We're at halftime against the Eagles. This is the last home regular season game. As we've mentioned, the district champs, Central City Wildcats, we will be hosting next Friday. Do we know for sure, or are we just guessing that we're hosting? Do we know for sure we're hosting?
Yes,
we just don't know
we're going to play the lower seed.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't know.
All right,
tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. That's
Yeah. Then I started bleeding from my face,
I know.
and I had to take a half hour off.
Yeah.
So tomorrow morning, the state, they used to always do it Friday night after the games, but apparently they're getting too old and they can't stay up late to do it. They're looking at 10 a.m. They're supposed to release the pairings for the playoffs, and that could be interesting because when you look around the state right now, there's a lot of storms floating around. And as we look at radar for right here where we are, this second half could be fairly interesting. So we'll see what happens with that. I know, that was always one of the fun things to do is stay up late after the game and everybody's sitting around waiting for the pairings to come out. But you don't get that anymore. Now it's, we'll wake up tomorrow and we'll see it. There was some interesting 8-man districts out there that, there'd be 4 teams where which team's going to come out where. And, my guess is we're probably playing Iowa Valley. And then we're looking at probably like a Waco, Winfield Mount Union type game in the second round. I have no expertise in any of this because we could go north, south.
Right.
West,
but we do
knows?
know next Friday we will be hosting a game. So if you haven't had a chance to come out and see the Wildcats play, next Friday would be a great opportunity to do that. And I'm assuming game time is at 7, normal game time stuff. Our first senior tonight is
Castor Abernathy.
Castor Abernathy. He's been on the injured reserve all year. And we got Makai Benton next, senior. Luckily, the rain's held off right now while the parents are having to walk out there. So we got Makai. Who we got next?
Chris Greif.
Christopher Greif coming down here in a long line of Greifs that have played here, girls and guys. Sister Kayla played volleyball. And
Brother Lucas was the leading receiver for the Cats last year.
Yeah, and played baseball. Lucas did. Christopher does.
Both played basketball.
Yep.
Well, he's carrying the nephew.
And he's got his little nephew with him. That's cute. Aw. Oh, that's funny.
Quite a few seniors. We don't usually have this many out there.
Yeah.
Not sure what the holdup is.
Yeah.
Well, they did add some more time to the clock, so you're looking at least another 16 minutes if you don't want to hear us ramble.
Yeah.
We should have got the whole senior, stuff too. We could.
Well, I don't know what the holdup. Oh, they're having problems with the mic.
Ah, the mic's dying.
I wonder if they need.
I'm gonna go over there.
Okay, maybe
they
need batteries. All right. So we're having some issues here with the microphone and introducing them. They need some batteries or something. Ratliff's going to go over and save the day. So while we're waiting, again, we'll talk about we kind of mentioned again, if you want to get out, just as an FYI, all the postseason stuff with football and volleyball, you'll probably have to order your tickets online. And so be prepared for that. There will be more information being sent out. And on our Facebook page, if you are on Facebook, we have a Central City Facebook page, and we list a lot of this stuff on there. So make sure you check that out if you want to find out information. But anyway, so we've been talking a little bit about that. So we've got Jaden Hansen, senior quarterback, being escorted by his parents. And then we've got, I think, do we have Matt?
Aiden.
I'm sorry, yeah. Aiden's not even a senior.
No, Matt's not a senior.
Yeah.
Aiden is.
Aiden's a senior. Getting that mixed up. Aiden escorted by his parents.
I think
Caleb Ofer. Somebody needs to tell Nick how to say his name.
Yeah.
He said that, didn't he?
Well, I think Mr. Kemp's a little rattled right now.
Yeah.
Microphone's cutting in and out, so he's trying to do the seniors justice, and it's only picking up every few words. And it's actually funny because he tried to change the battery, which it's not the batteries, but as he was unscrewing it to take it apart to change the batteries, it made the ground connection it needed, and it started to work full time now. So
Caleb Ofer, first year out for football. We've mentioned he got the start tonight. We got Dayton Price being introduced.
Well, we got another listener out there.
Hey, who's that?
I'm not even going to acknowledge the trash talker.
Who is it? Maybe we need to trash talk back.
Yeah. Maybe it's Lowlife. It's their secret alias.
Do we know who Lowlife is?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. And we got Favre Weber.
It's kind of like Batman. We'll just never know.
Another senior here. Again, escorted by his parents. Is that Cheyenne coming? Joe. We got Joe listening in. Nice. We got Cheyenne Lawrence, who's senior band and choir or band and cheer. I think she's the only senior cheerleader and potentially the only band senior, or was there?
I think is Nicaro.
Oh, I guess we'll find out. It sounds like Nick's still talking. I don't see anybody coming down.
Oh, Joe wimped out. It was too cold to stay at the game, she says.
Toughen up if you're going to be a Wildcat fan.
Only a half-hearted Wildcat fan.
Yeah, no kidding. Got to get her broke in.
Interesting.
Oh, here comes. Yep. I'm not sure. What's her first name?
I believe that's Maria.
Oh, yeah.
Can't see.
Navarro, is it? Nicaro, yeah. Yep. Senior band. And we have her brother Will escorting her.
Yep.
He graduated last year. He was band and choir and drama. All right, now the seniors will go ahead and talk things over in the locker room, and we still have 8 minutes to go. So we kind of already talked about football playoffs next week. We know we are hosting. We know we play at 7. We just don't know who we're going to be playing, and then from there we don't really know too much. You got to you got to win to keep playing. Volleyball, we talked about the girls are going to be doing finishing out the conference tournament tomorrow. And then on Monday, they'll start their journey towards potentially making it to state. And they open up with Springville.
Yep, I think we swept them.
Yep, at Springville. Season, right? And this is at our place. And then we have the winner. We'll play, and I don't remember what the two teams were. So the Wildcats will have their, for volleyball, will have their first 2 games will be home. So again, we love people listening to the broadcast, and we know not everybody can always make it to all the games, but if you want a chance to just cheer on the Wildcats and get loud in the gym and get loud next Friday out here at the football field, make sure you come out and show your support for the Wildcats. We'll be announcing, like I said, I hope to bring the games next week. I've got to look at my schedule. I'm pretty sure I can do Monday. I don't know if the other one was Thursday. I've got to double check because that leads us into, we still have 6 minutes. We have cross country, and Jack ran at Midland. Actually, speaking of Midland, we ran at the Little Bear Golf Course, if any of you people out there are golfers, in Wyoming, and they hosted the Tri-Rivers Conference cross country meet, and you finish in the top 15, you get a medal. Jack finished 16th by a second.
Oh.
Yeah, so he was just off it, and he knows it wasn't his best race. It was a tougher course, but we'd had a kind of a tough stretch down here, and I think it just caught up with him a little bit. And but he's getting rested up, so he finished 16th in the conference out of 87 runners. So he's had a pretty good season there. Coming into the cross country, not really knowing anything, what to expect, what kind of courses you're going to run on, stuff like that. So we're practicing now to get ready for the state qualifying meet, which is going to be next Thursday. I believe that's the 19th at North Lynn. And Jack will be running. So if you've never been to a cross country meet, you should come. They're fun to watch. You got fans running all over the course trying to see their son or daughter in as many different spots as you can see. And actually, North Lynn's got a pretty good layout where you can actually see the kids several different times. So it's supposed to be in the 60s, hopefully no rain. And so we'd love for some people to come out and support Jack on the course. I mean, you're right on the course. And anyway, the girls run at 4, and Jack, the boys, will run at 4:40. And that will be the state qualifying meet. And Jack's got his work cut out for him, but you know what? If he drops a fast time, there's a decent chance that he might be able to slip in there. So we're kind of gearing up with our practices about the rest of this. Well, today and then tomorrow he'll practice, and then next week, and who knows? We'll see. Maybe we'll have a state qualifier. But so Jack's had a good season, so that's coming up there too. So we're kind of ending and kind of getting into the postseason run, which is always an exciting time. For the kids, they've put in a lot of hard work throughout the season, and it's nice to see them have the success in the postseason and know that maybe, we can win a few games and kind of go deep, and just kind of brings the level of excitement up a little bit. And then I know junior high basketball, I believe, for the girls, and junior high wrestling for the boys starts on Monday, so that's kicking off, and the girls will actually have their first game, I think, first week in November. So, and I'm assuming the wrestling probably is going to be starting around then too. So we've got that going on as far as winter stuff starting with the junior high. So lots of stuff going on. There's also a play that Mr. Levenhagen and the drama kids have been working with, and I believe that is in first week in November, maybe last week of October, something like that. I feel it's always like around parent-teacher conferences, give or take. So we've got that will be coming up, and I'm sure there will be more information about that coming out. As far as I know, they usually do at least 2 performances. Don't they usually do like a Friday and a Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday, something like that? Maybe they do. I don't know if they've done it 3 times: Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday matinee, maybe something like that. I know they've done different things. So anyway, that's coming up. I believe there's a band concert I saw on the schedule here within the next few weeks. So there's lots of good things going on, a lot of kids involved. And so I know the kids always ask, were you at the game? Or are you coming to the game? So they appreciate having parents, friends, family, teachers at the game supporting them. So if you can come out.
A few more fans show up here tonight once it quit raining.
Yeah. So if you can come out and support the Wildcats, we'd appreciate it. They'd appreciate it. Yeah, the Wildcats have a little decent crowd here. Like we said, the rain, I thought it looked like it was starting to rain there a little bit, but I don't think it has really since the beginning. We probably about the first half of the first quarter was played in rain. It did look like there was some rain heading our way, so we'll see.
We got about 5 more minutes of halftime here, so Wildcats are just getting back out to the field. The Eagles are still hiding underneath the crow's nest on the other side.
Oh, did they go? Is there?
Yeah,
they can go in there.
When you only got a few, you can fit your whole team in there. So we'll see what happens. I've got a feeling we're probably going to see a big dose of the JV kids in the second half. Get ready to.
And
keep
there's nothing wrong with that because you don't want when you're up 50-6. Wildcats are going to get the kickoff. We kicked off to start the game, so the Wildcats, I could see them bringing their varsity out for that first offensive and defensive series and stuff, and do that kind of thing.
That's silly to. I mean, if you care about this game when we're up 50-6.
Yeah. And then let's get those JV kids in there and make sure everybody stays healthy because
we got way bigger and better things to go for varsity. And you look pretty silly if somebody else starting any position goes out. I mean,
and gets hurt and we're in a situation where maybe you back into the playoffs sometimes because maybe you are 500 or whatever the case may be, and then a team loses, and then you back in or something, and then it's like, well, you're playing the number 1 Don Bosco or something like that, and you play the games because you play the games, but it's like the chance of winning is slim, but the Wildcats aren't backing into the playoffs. I mean, they're going in full steam ahead, and in order for us, we just saw all those seniors out there. In order for us to do anything in the playoffs, we need all those seniors to be healthy and be able to be playing at their full potential. Of some of these guys, if they were to get banged up or get hurt and not have them, I mean, that changes the whole complexion of the team. So, we'll, like you said, we'll probably see a big dose of JV. 50-6 right now. We've got 2 minutes to go. And just, this is the kind of game now. You went through that first half. You just want to get out of here with no injuries.
Yep.
Just get the game over with. Yeah, it's a little damp out there. There's rain on the way, it looks like, a little bit. So we just want to get this over with. So the Wildcats are getting their last warm-ups in. Again, as I mentioned, we will be receiving, and it looks like, well, I guess I don't know. I thought Aiden looked like he was running out there, but I think they were just running to get warmed up. I don't know if we're going to have the wind at our back or not, is what I was going to say.
Well, you'd think we'd have the wind at our
in our face.
Doesn't
I mean, it doesn't really matter, at this point, but I don't know what.
It's going to be a continuous running clock.
Yeah. And we have tried throwing the ball around a little bit tonight. Probably working on some things that, last week, Lone Tree, it was a big game, and that's not when you want to maybe try to do some different things. But we have thrown the ball around a little bit.
So it looks like we are going to have the wind at our back. Maybe. Coach Myers is pointing that direction, but no official signal yet. At Heartland Bank, the strength of our bank lies in the relationships that give meaning to our work. At all times, we remain focused on what we do best, operating as a dependable community bank and delivering on our personal service commitment. Go Central City Wildcats. So we are going to have the wind at our back.
Yep. Wildcats are.
Aiden Klosterman going deep. Matt was back there last time. Where's he at this time? Did he forget that he's on kick return?
No,
there he goes.
So we got Matt and Aiden back deep, and see here, it looks like
10.
Yep, Wyatt Christensen doing the kicking for the Eagles.
And the kick is up. It's going to get fielded by Matt Klosterman. He's going to get up across the 20, still on his feet, crosses the 30, down to the 25 of
gets
the
stopped
Eagles.
Up. Yep, he gets tripped up a little bit by Wyatt Christensen, the kicker, and then Sawyer House came in and knocked him out of bounds. So great kick return there for Matt.
Yeah, 33-yard return or so.
Yeah, the Wildcats kind of, again, the high-hanging kickoff, and Matt took it there in the middle of the field, and Wildcats are going to have it 1st and 10 from the Eagle 26-yard line.
All right, we've got Aiden and Jaden and Chris in the backfield. The snap's going to go to Aiden. He's going to reverse the field. He's got some running room. He's still on his feet, and he's going to score.
Go in.
All right, Karth, what's that one, 26 yards?
Yeah, so maybe a 26-yard touchdown run to start the third quarter.
Boy, I don't know if that was designed to go that way. It almost had to be.
It looked like he was trying to go right.
Yeah,
there.
so I think that's just a counter we got in our back pocket. We've had some problems with their backside linebackers in years past. And I believe that was your counter to it. We're going to try an extra point. Nope.
Yep. Nope.
Nope.
I thought Matt was bringing in the tee, but they're just going to go with Jaden under center.
And we're going to fake the handoff, throw a jump ball to the back of the end zone to Mackay, and he's got it.
Yep.
That was a fun little pass there, kind of a Tim Tebow-esque jump pass. So what, 58-6?
Yep, 58-6 with 11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And Wildcats will go ahead and be kicking off. We'll see who's going to kick off. It looks like, no, Jaden's going out there, but I see Christopher. But it looks like maybe since Jaden's got the wind at his back right now,
Yeah,
they'll let him kick. But then maybe in that fourth quarter, Christopher might get a couple opportunities.
All right. Here comes Jaden on the approach.
Nice
That's a
kick.
good kick, and it's going to be fielded at the half-yard line.
Yep.
He's up across the 10 to the 20, still on
Spinning
his feet,
around
and
then
down at the 25.
That was Seth Bixler for the Eagles. He gets it up. Good return. Gets it up to the 25-yard line there, where they'll take over 1st and 10. We've got a whole bunch of Wildcats out on the field, so I don't know I don't think they know who's out and who's in. Looks like we do have the JV defense out there, so I see Kinnick, and I do see Braxton still out there.
Not all the
Josh,
JV,
no,
but
Dayton Price is out there.
definitely not the starting defense.
Dashney. So Bixler, or Ballou, I mean, and Ballou's going to get through there, and Ballou is going to have a big gain and is brought down by Brandon Hennick. He gets it all the way to the
25-yard line.
Wildcat 25-yard line.
And there goes that squad.
Yeah.
Starting defense is right back on the field.
So
Mackay and Favre. Hennick at nose. Matt.
Nolan, Christopher, Jaden, and Aiden. Yep.
So 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Yep. It's Ballou again out of the shotgun. They've pretty much went to this formation with
fumble.
There's a fumble. Goes right through his hands, and he's able to fall. It goes right by his ear hole. And
Chris Greif jumps on him, but that's going to be a loss of 7.
Yeah. They pretty much are just putting Ballou back in the shotgun with runners to the right and left of him. They're not even really doing much with receivers. This is what they did to end out the second quarter. So it's 2nd and 17 here for Midland. Again, shotgun with runners to the right and left of Ballou. Ballou's going to hand off this time. And the first person to make contact, I think that was Mackay, reached around and grabbed, I think that was Christensen, and slowed him down. And then we've got a bunch of other Wildcats over there to come in on the stop. And I think he lost more yardage, didn't he?
Yep. Here comes the rain, too. Look at it come down now.
Yep. Here comes.
It's about to get messy.
We said that there was a bigger
cell coming.
Yeah.
It's definitely coming down.
It's coming down now. So 3rd down, and they gave him a yard. 3rd and 16 here, and they're under center with the fullback and the tailback, and he pitches it to the tailback, and
fumble,
it's a fumble. They push him out of the way. Who was that?
Was that Matt Klosterman?
Matt,
that was a nice play by Matt.
Sawyer House fumbled the ball, and he was bending down to pick it up, and Matt just shoved him in the back. He was flying, and then Matt just flew on the ball. Good job by Matt. Good thinking there. And so the Wildcats will have it. They're going to be
just shy of the 40.
Just shy of the 40, about 37-yard line. So the Wildcats will have it on their own 37 to start with. And we still have the varsity offense out there.
It's going to be a direct snap to Chris Greif, and he's got some yards.
He's got a 1st down.
I think it's going to be just short. I think they're going to mark him just short.
Yep, they're going to mark him just short.
Which is a great spot to run that exact play
Yeah,
again.
no kidding. Let Christopher get a touchdown here on his last night. It was regular on senior night, but now
he's
they're
coming off.
Yep, Christopher Hansen's going in.
Well, if Chris doesn't score on senior night, he got 3 a couple
he did.
Fridays ago.
Yep.
So, was that last week? I don't know. There's Chris Hansen. He's going to run it up the middle, picking up the 1st down. Should be down about the 20, 30-yard line.
Looks like about right on the 30 is where they're going to mark it.
Looks like we're just rotating fullbacks right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Dashni Munikazi's checking in. He's going to get his.
Caleb Olfer's in there on the offensive line now.
So the subs are coming in. It's going to be Dashni, Jaden, and Max Arthur in the back. Dashni's got it. Slips by some tacklers. He's going to reverse the field. He's gone. They ain't catching Dash.
We were on the 30. We were on the 30-yard line.
Yep. So 31-yard run. Dashni. All right, 70 to go. Dash. I keep saying he's going to get 100 yards.
I know.
So 64-6 with 5:55 to go in the third quarter. Looks like we're running in here.
Got Favre. Looks like we're going to kick an extra point again. Try that. And it does look like Nolan is the center. And Aiden is the holder. Oh, not God. Aiden can't.
It's tough to catch that.
Yep.
Hansen picks it up. He's going to look to the end zone, throwing a jump ball to Mackay, and we got it.
He's going to get it. They almost could have called a push off on that, but.
Yeah, well, they could have, but it's they just waved it off, didn't they? 66-6.
Did
Maybe
they?
not.
I don't think so.
No.
I didn't see a flag.
That official was waving like incomplete, but don't know how it could be incomplete because he definitely wasn't out of the end zone.
Yeah.
All right. Boy, I'm glad we got this nice press box and we're not out on a porch.
Not on a porch. And not in a stinky mouse-infested
dump. Oh, I forgot to email.
Oh, yeah, we should.
Been doing this for about 17 years. Well, not the CatCast, but I've been in a press box about 17 years. I've never watched mice running around or laying there dead.
And it was a little chilly out last week, but who do we got kicking off this time? Is that Christopher?
That's Chris.
Yep.
Chris Greif again.
Christopher Greif is going to do the kicking, lefty here. We'll see what he can do.
Like these squib kickers, every now and then he'll hit that guy in the front line and it bounces back to him. It's going to be dropped at the 20, but he's up and off to the races now.
10.
And it's going to be brought down about the 30-yard line. So
that's Wyatt Christensen. And they're going to be right at about midfield. I didn't see, just in Wildcat territory, it looks like at about the 49, the Eagles will take over here.
Oh, yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yep. They said he got into a Wildcat territory.
Cheerleaders are getting their jumping jacks in tonight.
So we got Ballou in the backfield. Backs on either side of him. And there's another bad snap, fumble, and Ballou's just going to fall on it. It's a high snap.
Yeah,
but it just went through his hands. And
he's lucky he got there when it's dead. Max Arthur was
right
in
there.
Pursuit.
Should have pushed him, Matt. You got to look at Matt's.
Loss of 10 there.
Yep, he's going to put it back at the 30 of the Eagles.
It almost looks like it the rain lightened up a bit.
Yeah,
but
it did maybe.
Still having problems holding on to the ball.
Yep.
Most rain we've seen in 3 months.
Yeah, since like April.
Yeah.
Okay, they got receiver split to the left. And Ballou's looking to the left, and he's not going to do anything with that. He's crunched down by...
Pack of cats.
That was
Dayton Price?
No, it was Jaden Hansen, I think, in on the sack there. Jaden's coming out. And another loss there, so it's going to be 3rd and 28. Wildcat or Eagles on their own 22-yard line.
We better get this game in. This is Cedar Rapids.
Oh man,
Looks like the Prairie game is.
Dang.
That is pouring.
Another fumble and recovered. That is
Mackay.
Another bad snap. Yep, that does not look good. I'm glad we're up here in the press box. All right, Wildcats. Who sent you that? Or you just
buddy. So Wildcats are going to take over here
in
the third quarter.
3:35 left to go. 66-6. We got a running clock going, so we're down to 3:15.
Yep.
We got Jaden and
Matt, and that's going to be a snap
Max
to Max
Arthur.
Arthur, and he's going to pick up, what did he get there, 5?
Starting to rain here again.
Yep.
Here comes the rain. So we're down to 250, 66-6. Second down and probably 6 to go here for the Wildcats. They've got the ball on the Eagle, probably 13-yard line. And there's a bad snap, and Christopher Hansen, I believe, is in.
Yep.
And he just falls on it.
It's going to make it 3rd and 9 now for the Cats.
And Christopher's coming out. Max Arthur's coming in. We've got Jaden Hansen, Matt Klosterman in the backfield still.
Looks like our
We
couple
got
of
some
subs in there.
Jarek,
Oh, that's
another
bobble
fumble,
snap.
but picked up. Was that
it's
Christopher or Max?
I think it's Christopher.
It was fumbled, and it was Max.
Now we got a
Midland Eagle. Yeah,
Eagle.
we've got a couple. Looks like Colton Brown.
Colton Brown out
Jarek
there.
Brandenburg's out there. Colton Welton. And then Nolan and Mackay. And they're kind of coming off to the side. It looks like Seth Bixler, the senior for the Eagles, is down. I didn't see what happened there.
I don't know.
It was a fumble, and we said Max picked it up, and he got a few yards there.
Yeah, it looks like he picked up about 4 yards.
Yeah, so it's 4th and 6. Or 4th and 6. 4th and 6 yards to go. Wildcats will go for it. We don't need these delays.
Right, yeah, we got to get this game.
Yeah, we're going to.
Well, and this makes me wonder, too, because we did move the game up a couple hours early.
Yeah.
Teams that didn't, are they going to have state pairings out if these games don't get played? Or teams just going to say, no, we're staying here, we're going to finish at midnight? Like, what's...
Northland and Alburnett did that one.
Yeah.
They were playing
Northland and East Buck, I think.
Oh, yeah, East
and
Buck.
they played till 1 in the 1:15.
Yeah, in the morning. It's crazy.
That's wild.
I couldn't have stayed and announced. I would have been too tired.
I'd have been all right.
I would have had to leave you. All right.
So 4th down here for the Cats. Looks like we're going to try a field goal.
Oh, gosh.
Well,
we can't even do an extra point. What are we doing on a field goal here?
Well, we better get on this one if it gets... And that's high snap. The kick is going to be no good.
Yep.
Aiden was able to get the ball down. Not sure. I don't know. So, we'll see what goes on here. We got... Looks like Kinnick Weiss coming in here at D end. Max Arthur, Josh Lindsay, Brandon Hennick. Hennick moves from the nose guard out to cornerback. We got to have the only nose guard, corner, center, corner combo in the world.
All right, we're down to 1:30 here in the third quarter, and Midland's taking over, 1st and 10 on their own 13-yard line maybe, looks like.
Yeah, 15-yard line. I don't know.
No, they're not. Well, maybe 13. That's what Vaughn says.
Well,
It's gonna be Ballou, and he gets up the middle and gets a first down there. And on the stop, it looks like
Chris Greif.
Christopher Greif, and
Can't tell who that number.
I see
number
Dashney getting
3
off
is
from the bottom.
Yep, it's getting a little muddy. It is like the 5-year reunion from the last Mud Bowl we played.
Yeah, and something with Midland and mud.
Yep.
All right, we've got under a minute here to go in the third quarter.
Had to bring out the old picture of Keegan
oh
Kulo
my
when he
God, that's
disappeared in the
Keegan.
Mud Bowl.
And the high snap, but he gets in and he gets around the corner to Christensen, and he's carrying a pack of cats.
Yeah,
and finally, they get him down, and I think that's going to be a first down, and that's probably going to be the last play. I shouldn't say that because they'll probably throw a flag or something to stop the clock. But I do think I'm going to be safe and go out on a limb and say that was the
this one.
last play of the third quarter, and it sure enough is 66-6 after 3. And one more quarter here to go. Hopefully we can get through this. It looks like it's just kind of been raining. I haven't seen any storm warnings or anything, so hopefully we can get this last quarter done. And get out of here. Feels like we've been here a long time, but it's only 7 o'clock.
I know, we're usually 15 minutes into the game.
I know.
12 minutes in.
I know. So
I think it was a good move by administration to move this bad boy up a couple hours.
Yep.
Surprised
All right,
a
so
few
we're
more
switching
teams didn't.
sides here, and Midland's going to have the ball 1st and 10. They have it spotted at the Eagle 38-yard line, it looks like. 1st and 10. Dashney's in again. Josh. They've been doing it. Kinnick Weiss is in there, I see. Switching in some starters and some keeping in some
backups
backups and some starters. There's the snap. They're gonna hand that off, and Kinnick Weiss with the stop right there.
Stop for a gain of nothing.
Sawyer House, the ball carrier. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. And we've got Ballou in the backfield with 2 other, and it's a snap to Ballou. He's going to hand off, and there's nothing there for,
nothing.
I don't know if that was either Christensen, looks like, number 10, Wyatt Christensen, the player who scored for the Eagles. We've got Dayton Price in on the stop. It looked like Kinnick. I saw Favre Weber back there. There was 3 or 4 Wildcats sniffed that out, and he lost a yard, so it's going to be 3rd and 11 here for the Eagles. And again, in the shotgun is Ballou, and he's going to hand it off.
Well,
finds a hole, and oh man, Dashney or somebody fell, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, it looked like Dashney and
Sawyer House. Yep, Sawyer House with the touchdown.
Yeah, Max.
They had a good block there on the line, and then we had a couple Wildcats try to make a cut, and they slipped and fell. So Midland's going to get a touchdown here.
Looks like that field's getting a little juicy out there.
Yep.
Most of the game's been played right over here.
Yeah.
That's where it's all beat up.
Yep. We said how good the condition the field was, not so much after tonight.
Probably not.
So the Eagles will go for 2 with Ballou. And there's a bad snap, and he's going to try to pick it up, and then he just falls on it. So
who was that? Was that 36? Josh Lindsay.
Yeah.
Flying in there. All right, kickoff return.
Yep.
See what happens. 66-12 with 10 minutes to go here.
Yep, 10:31, 66-12. We're in the fourth quarter. And Wildcats have Aiden and Matt going back deep. We have our normal field goal or kickoff return out there. Christopher Greif, Christopher Hansen, Mackay, is that Kinnick and Dashney, and we're missing one person. Jaden Hansen's coming out. And we
You don't see a lot of linemen on kickoff return out here, but numbers have dwindled for Midland, and they got a
couple linemen,
couple of big fellas on this kickoff.
So Christensen boots it, and it's going to be
Matt.
And Matt gets it to the outside, and Matt, he's brought down.
Crosses midfield, and he's going to get taken down about just 32-yard line. So
I think that was Christensen, the kicker, again.
Yeah, he needed to bring it to this side. Definitely would have saw those linemen out ahead of right for him. I think Matt in the open field against those two would have been a victory for Matt there. But
yeah.
All right, there's the JV. Looks like a full JV squad
on offense. Wildcat,
Cooper
go ahead.
McLaughlin's back there. I can't tell who's number
Number
two is Cash Weber. He's going to get the carry.
Looked like he was going to pass it.
Yeah, I think
and he mishandled the ball a little bit.
We're going to rotate in the backfield every time as Cooper and Cash come out. Looks like
Hudson
Dashney and
Dashney.
Hudsey are coming in. That was a gain of 5 for Cash.
Wildcats have the ball in the Eagle territory here.
Now it's going to be Dashney. See if he can get a little here. He's going to get a gain of about
close to
he's
just a yard short of the first down.
He's going to pick up 4.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe only. What? Did he just trip over the official?
I don't know. We've seen some of the craziest things the last two. Oh, my God.
So there goes Cash. He's going to bounce around.
And then he gets swallowed up. Was that Baloo?
Yeah. It's going to be a first down, though.
Oh, no, 68. Yeah, it was a first down. They only needed a yard, so that was funny.
Not really sure what happened to the young tight end out there, but he went flying and
nobody was
running back to the huddle.
Those lines, I tell you,
Turf monster. That's
Turf
what it was.
monster. Wildcats have it 1st and 10 on the Eagle 23-yard line.
And it's going to be Munyakazi here. He's dancing around. A little too much dancing for a varsity game there, Dash. Can't tell, was that the ball that came out or his helmet? Nope, it was the ball, but they're going to say down by contact there. He's going to pick up 2. He's got to get those feet moving.
Yeah, he's dancing around a little bit.
Trying to wait for a hole to open up. He's got to hit the hole harder than that. And here goes Chris. Whoa. He almost bobbles it, but Chris Hansen's going to get it right back to the line of scrimmage. And
so it's going to be 3rd and 8. No gain on that play.
Yep. The JV offense is struggling with that varsity front 4, front 3.
3. So we're down to 7:30 left here in the game with 66-12. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
Oh,
there's a bad snap picked up by Dash. That's Dash.
Yeah, good job, Dash.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, almost to the original line of scrimmage.
Just short, so it's going to bring up 4th down from the for the Wildcats at the Eagles 30-yard, 20-yard line, 22.
Looks like they're going to try another field goal here.
Just let the JV throw it.
I know, just let them. I mean, this is going to be 22. Like 39-yard field goal.
In the rain.
In the rain, in the wind.
I mean, he's got the leg usually, but these conditions are tough.
And not even close.
Nope, didn't barely get to the end zone.
I just say let your JV. But anyway, it is what it is. And Midland will take over And they will spot the ball. Don't they get it at the line of scrimmage from where you kicked it?
Yeah.
It was, well, it was at the 22-yard line. Well, they're putting it at the 15-yard line. Do they do that? I didn't think they did down in our. Usually it's wherever
Yeah, it's just turnover
it's
on
like
downs,
a turnover
right?
on downs. So I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know.
Well, anyway, oh no, now somebody's calling a timeout or something. I don't know what's going on. And maybe the coach is saying something. No, I'm not sure why we're taking a timeout with 6 minutes to go here. 66-12. Wildcat just missed a field goal, and I'm guessing Midland called the timeout. I didn't even see him signal for the timeout. And rain's coming down a little harder here, so let's keep things moving on. All right, here we go. And they are spotting the ball at the 15-yard line, so maybe that's what you do. I don't know. So Eagles have it 1st and 10 at their own 15. The rain's coming down here again.
Yep,
We've played pretty much the whole game. I mean, we've had a couple downs.
Halftime, the senior awards was about the only time.
Well, the whole second quarter it didn't rain. It rained at the beginning, but anyway, got Baloo. He hands it off. They're going to run around the edge, and he's tripped up by Josh Lindsay, and you can tell it's windy because the rain's coming down at a little bit of an angle here. We've got 5:45 left. Brings up about 2nd down, and I'd say about 5 yards to go. Again, Baloo in the backfield with 2 other backs just in the shotgun. They've been doing this pretty much the whole second half. And they're going to hand it off to Christensen. He comes around the corner. There's Dashney and Brandon Hennick and Christopher Greif in on the stop there. But he does pick up a 1st down for the Eagles. So it'll be 1st and 10. We're at 5 minutes to go. 66-12. Eagles have it 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line, 28-yard line here. And again, in the shotgun with 2 in the backfield, they hand off. Again, they're just handing off, going one way, then going the other. This time it's Sawyer House. Again, and he picks up maybe 4 there, 3-4 yards. So it'll be 2nd down. We'll say 3 picks up. So 2nd down and 7. Ball's going to be spotted on the Eagle 31-yard line. Again, they're just going out of a shotgun. They've got Christensen, and there we come the other way.
Oh, nice job there. Who was that came in from behind? Matt Klosterman?
Yep, Matt Klosterman's in on defense. That was Christensen carrying the ball. Oh no. Yeah, he did lose on that. Yep. So it's going to be 3rd and 9, lost 2 yards. Again, in the shotgun, Baloo. And he's just, this time Baloo fakes the handoff and keeps it and gets around the corner, but tripped up over there by Kinnick Weiss. And then I couldn't see, was that Christopher Greif came in and wrapped him up then. Good play by Kinnick. Baloo's been handing off, and then that time he kept it. Brings up 4th down, and they're going to punt.
3:09 left.
And is that Matt?
It looks like Matt back.
Matt went back. The ball barely got to the punter, but he gets off a pretty good punt. He does have the wind at his back, and
it's
the
going to
ball
go down to the half-yard line. And, boy, did he jump into the end zone. He did. The ball stopped on the one, and the Midland gunner dove on it and slid into the end zone.
So
and they're going to bring it out. Did our JV a favor there.
Yeah. That would have been on the
march
1
it out
yard
to the 15,
line.
yeah.
Wow, that's huge for our JV. So we've
gives
got
them some breathing room.
2 minutes and 30 seconds here left in the game. We're up 66-12. We mentioned Wildcats district champs after last week's game, and we'll be playing again next Friday at home. We're just going to wait until tomorrow and find out who the opponent will be.
Yep, Cooper McLaughlin's in at Q, and I think that's Dashney next to him. He's going to fake the handoff. He's looking to throw. He's got receivers.
Oh,
hits Chris Hansen
right in the hands.
Yeah, you hate it when it hits you right there. And that would have been at least a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, so nice job there.
Nice little play action pass by the JV, but little tough conditions to hang on to a football. It's
the rain's coming down here.
It's raining cats out there, Carth.
Raining cats.
Wildcats. Second down with 1:30 to go. So probably 3 more plays here, and we're going to have a ball game.
There's
Dash is going to take the snap.
Oh, and Dashney fumbled. And I don't know if he got back on it or not.
Nope. They're saying Midland
Midland's
ball.
got it. He had one person to beat, and that guy just must have popped it out. Dashney would have been going down the sideline, but
Hold to Miami. Should have probably just took a knee.
Yeah. No crap.
Just kidding. You let the JV play.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so turnover there. And there's a minute to go. We're just under a minute. Midland has the ball on that turnover. They're going to hand it off to Christensen, and he's going to take it in for a touchdown. Or I'm sorry, that was Sawyer House. Yep, that guy right there. Sawyer House gets a touchdown there. That's his second touchdown this quarter. Taking on that miscue of the Wildcats, so it makes it 66-18 with 41 seconds to go here. And while the Eagles will line up to go for 2. Ballou, House, and Christensen in the backfield. Snap to Ballou, and he's going to hand it off to Christensen, and this time Christensen's brought down by Braxton Davis, so no 2-point conversion. So with 41 seconds left, it's 66-18, Wildcats up.
Oh, 66-18, 41 seconds. So you're going to probably see, a knee. Hopefully they kick it deep. We can just fall on it. They're kicking into the wind, so who knows what can happen. No, they got the wind at their back. My bad. Forget which way the wind's blowing when you're in this nice, beautiful press box.
Yeah, no kidding.
It'd have been a rough one out at. We couldn't have brought you the CatCast if we were at Lone Tree.
Yeah.
All this fancy electronics would have been. We still had problems, and it wasn't raining up there. There's the kick. It's going to be a liner up the middle. Chris Greif's got it. And he's going to try to pick up a few yards, and looks like about a 15-yard return.
No, still
haven't brought him down. Now he's down.
He was still going there. Gets up to, about the 36-yard line, and we've got 25 seconds, and I think we're going to see the victory formation.
Victory formation's out there, but.
Yep. Yeah, let's not do a Miami. Wildcats are lining up here. We're under 10 seconds.
And there's the victory formation. Taking a knee. Senior quarterback Jaden Hansen's going to drop down, and that's going to finish the game. And Wildcats win a big one, 66-18. You got some scoring recap to go through.
I know. So we started early, so we're finishing early here, and 7:30, 2 hours. That's a pretty good game here. Luckily, there was rain. Not luckily, there was rain. There was rain, but luckily there was no lightning or any storms, so the Wildcats and the Eagles were able to get this game in. Just a quick scoring recap on tonight. We started off with our scoring with Jaden Hansen with a 1-yard TD run, and Aiden came in and converted the 2-point conversion. And then a little later in the first quarter, the next time we had the ball, actually, the second possession, Jaden hits Mackay for a 17-yard TD pass, and then Matt Klosterman comes in with the 2-point conversion. Then our third possession in the first quarter, Jaden connected with Mackay again for a 23-yard TD pass, and we tried to kick an extra point, and it was no good. And then on our fourth possession in the first quarter, Jaden Hansen also had then a 9-yard touchdown run, and again we missed the extra point. So that and then also in the first quarter, Midland had a 55-yard TD run by Wyatt Christensen. So at the end of the first quarter, it was 28-6. Then in the second quarter, we picked up with our scoring again. Matt Klosterman had a 23-yard touchdown run, and again we tried the extra point, and it was no good. Then Aiden came back with a 2-yard touchdown run, and then we quit messing around with the extra points, and Aiden scored on his 2-point conversion there. And then later, right before halftime, Jaden Hansen had a 24-yard touchdown run, and Aiden again came in with that 2-point conversion. So at halftime, it was 50-6, Wildcats up. Then in the third quarter, we come out, and we got the ball, and we drove down, and Aiden had a 26-yard touchdown run. And then our 2-point conversion was Jaden to Mackay. And then the last scoring that we had in the third quarter was Dashney with a 30-yard touchdown run. And then we were trying to kick the extra point again, and it went right through Aiden Klosterman's hands. Jaden picked it up and ran backwards about 15 yards, and then he threw it into the end zone to Mackay for the 2-point conversion. So it was an exciting 2-point conversion there. And then that put us up 66-6. And then in the fourth quarter, Wildcats did not score, obviously playing JV and just running the clock there. And Midland was able to get 2 scores. So that put it up to the final score, which was 66-18. So congrats to the Wildcats on a great season. District champs going to be playing next Friday in the playoffs. We've talked about that. Hopefully Cody and I will be here to bring that to you, or one of us or both of us. But somebody will be here to bring that game. But if you can come out and watch, again, it will be a chance to see the guys at home. That'd be great. So we just want to thank you guys for listening tonight to the Wildcat Sports Channel. The Central City Wildcats will beat Midland 66-18. Our next broadcast will be Monday, October 16th, when the Wildcat volleyball team will be hosting Springville in the first round of regional volleyball. And game time is set for 7 p.m. And again, that is going to be at Central City. So for my partner, Cody Ratliff, I'm Cindy McCarthy, and we want to thank you for for listening to tonight's game. Go Cats!